Hello and welcome to video 14 of the Excel video series. This video we're going to look at doing multiplication and other calculations within a formula, and we're also going to look at adding calculations outside of the formula after we've used our insert function to do it, and how to edit formula without having to start all over again. So you may recognise this booking sheet from previously where we used our HLOOKUP to fill in the price per hour based on the band names. This time we're just going to take this basic booking form and we're going to go through the stages that you might go through. Now this is a very simplistic example of the sort of thing that could come up in a higher on Nat 5 paper, and we just need to progress through it stage by stage, working out things logically. So to start with, we need to work out the price per band. Now all the bands are needed for 4 hours. We've got the price per hour, so we've got a price per hour and we know how many hours are required. Then we're going to times that by that to get that. Okay, so nice and simple, nothing special here, just a simple calculation. C6 times D6 equals E6, and that will be copied down. Now we need the total price, so again we know that it's going to be these three added together, and we can just use our auto sum quickly to do that for us. Now it gets to the slightly more complicated. Now we need a bulk booking discount. Now you'll note it doesn't say bulk booking discount percentage, it says the bulk booking discount. The numbers all around this are looking to be currency, so you wouldn't have a random percentage here. So because of that, we're going to have to do a calculation as one of our outcomes. And it's really no different than doing a normal nested if. So you can see down here we've got our bulk booking discount table. Over 3,000 is 5%, over 1,500 is 2%, and under that, equal to or under that is 0%. So a discount is something that is a percentage of something. So we know it's going to be a percentage of the total price, just logically looking at it. Also the numbers are about the same as well. So we can see it's going to be 5%, but we don't want it to return 5%, and we don't want to just type 5% in. We want to create a form that could be used time and time again by a business without having to redo the formula every time. So we'll start with our if statement the way we normally would, and our logic test is going to be if the total price, which in this instance is E9, is greater than 3,000, now there's text in this cell so I can't select it to get the 3,000, then it's going to be 5%. Now we don't just want 5% to come up, we want to times that 5% by the total price so we actually get the discount amount. And we'll just quickly do the second stage of the nested if, where we add our second if in, and again if this is greater this time than 1,500, then it will be 2%, and again we want to times that by the total price, and now there's no more outcome, so it would be that, and again times the total price. Or you could in this particular example be allowed to just put 0, but let's go through it properly. So that's come up as a percentage, we change that to currency, and now it's £166.40. If we had not done it that way, and we had not done the calculation inside the if statement, then it would have come up as a percentage. Now some of you might do this during the exam in an example like this, where you select the percentage and you forget to do the calculation. So I'm just quickly putting it back in here. Okay, and we'll change it to a percentage. So you're showing as 5%. We know that's the correct answer, but we're looking for an amount that we can take off of that. If you just take away 5% from that, it's only going to take off 5 pence. What you can do after the fact is you can either click on the cell and press the F2 key, which opens it up, and then you could add a multiplied by that at the end. Makes your formula shorter, still gives you the same answer. Or you can click up here in the formula bar and you can do changes to the calculations as well. The commas between each stage separate what you would normally see in your insert function window. Okay, so now we want the subtotal. So we know the total price, we know the discount. Discounts we know are reductions in price, so we're taking it away. And now we want to work out our VAT. So VAT is 20% in this example. So again, you wouldn't just put 20%, you would do the calculation of that amount times by 20% to get the value. And then value added tax gets added, so we'll do that plus that to get our total. Okay, so that is key that we make sure we're doing the calculations within the formula. As I said, you can either do it as part of the if statement, or in my example here, you can add it on outside the brackets. Okay, so it just treats this all as one number, and then it times it by the number we want to times it by based on the results of the if statement. Excellent, hopefully that is useful. There are other formulas such as rounding, where we can do formula inside the formula. For example, I might do it here. This one is E11 plus E12. Well, we could quite easily round this to the nearest pound by doing our insert function button. I'm going to round it down, which is quite common to just a gesture of goodwill for customers. And then rather than specifically putting a number in, we could do E11 plus E12, and we could do it to no decimal places. And there you have it.